Hello, everybody, and welcome to this Xbox Life episode 336. So much handsome. I am one of your hosts, Brun BJ Swick 33. Along with me this week is Mark, also known as
Hello,
Wingman79. Sorry.
hello, everybody. What's up? What's up?
So, we're starting a little late, but the reason is we were trying to get Rob in here, and he is having some issues. Skype just would not let him join us. So we are on our own right as of right now. If he does come in and we grab him, you'll see me shifting windows and stuff live, and you'll just have to kind of hang in there with us. Also, this week you'll notice that we have some different look. We're changing things up. So you'll see a different overlay, and obviously our background this week is Handsome Jack because of the upcoming release of the Handsome Jack collection or the Handsome collection. I think that's what it's called.
The
Um,
Handsome Collection,
yep.
also known as the Wingman Collection.
Yes. Very nice. So that's our background. You see our new overlay and stuff. That is brought to us by Nintendo79. He's in our group. I also work with him, so we like to thank him very, very much for his wonderful work that he's done. So, oh, I heard something. I don't know what that was.
What did you hear?
I don't know. I'm nervous. You can see I'm on a different microphone. Hopefully you guys can hear us. Jap, how do we sound? Mark, how do we sound? Were you able to check?
I'm gonna check right now. Hold on. I got it on my TV.
Okay. Well, while you're checking that, I'll go through our stuff here. Um, hopefully without any issue. So don't forget to shop at Amazon.com. If you go to thisxboxlife.com/Amazon, anything you purchase there will get a small little fraction of, and it helps us with the show. Also, if you go to the site This Xbox Life and you click there, Rob has done some updates. Which, if you are in one of the participating countries that allows you to do this, you'll be directed to the correct area, and you can shop from there.
Sounds good, Ron. We
Oh,
sound very equal.
yes. Thank you
Woohoo!
so much. I
And
love
nice
you.
microphone, by the way.
Oh, thank you. It'll be changing here shortly because this is on loan. um, it does pick up everything. So, guys, if Mark and Rob and like all three of us, we're all young fathers. We have children and lives and families and stuff like that. So some of my kids are still up. So if you hear them moving around or whatever, that's just part of the life. So actually, a lot of you guys have seen, my son Jameson a couple times in the show. He likes to pop over before he goes to bed. So, Patreon, become a patron. Go to patreon.com/this Xbox Life. With that, there you can go in, subscribe to us, which is more of a monthly thing, and that's going to help us raise money for audio equipment, like you see in front of me here, and also what I'm doing to turn things up and down, and hopefully making our audio sound great. And we have a new Patreon this month, this time, right?
We do.
Yes. Do you want to announce now, or do you want to wait till later?
Sure. We want a big shout out to Matt, who is now a Patreon or a patron of the show. We really appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Thank you. You'll also on our overlay you'll see the little heart, and that's Fair Power. That is our latest follower, and then below you'll see Roberto UK 73. He is our latest donator. Let's say Twitch alerts and sub alerts allows us to do that. Which also, if you want to do that, you can go to twitchalerts.com/donate/this Xbox Life, or scroll down a little bit. You'll see below us a lot of links to all the things that we're mentioning now. There is kind of, if you don't want to do a monthly thing, just want to shoot us, a couple dollars here or there or whatever, you can go and donate there. And if you want to get some cool gear, mugs, coffee mugs, t-shirts, anything like that, you can go to cafepress.com/this Xbox Life. Yes, Mark is holding one up now. And I think, is that it? Is that our whole... Yes, that's a lot. Mark, what have you been playing?
What have I been playing? I have been playing games this week, so let's get to that. That's the fun stuff. That's what people are here for. I played, believe it or not, hold on. Everybody sit down, okay? First of all, if you're standing, please sit. If you're driving, might want to pull over. Hold on. Okay, there. I gave you time to pull over. I played Destiny this week. Got back in and did the Crota raid with Democulus and some of his friends. This time I actually got a pair of like gauntlets or gloves,
Yep.
and I put
Dessinger
those
grips.
on. Yes, and I actually put me up to level 29. I was woohoo! And I was actually able to do damage finally by hitting like at level 28, everybody was impervious to everything I was doing. They were immune to everything. So I couldn't shoot anything. Now I can shoot them and do damage. It's not a lot of damage, but gosh darn it, I can do some damage.
Yeah.
So I still was pretty much along for the ride, but we did complete that, and I got a I got a sniper rifle and a pair of gauntlets out of that thing, which were both an improvement over what I had. So it's fun. I kind of need to get back. I want to get back and play Destiny, try to get up into the 30s, but I want to play like not the original missions. I want to play some of the DLC stuff. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to make a run through some of that because I only did that once and I actually thought it was really good. I also played Battlefield Hardline. I got a little further into, not a lot because I was on vacation all this week, and I had family in town, so I was out touring the great state of Arizona and seeing some really cool stuff that I'd never seen in my life. As a side note, if you've never been to the Grand Canyon, don't do like me and say, "What's the big deal? It's just a big hole in the ground." Go see it.
Yeah.
I was like, I was stunned when I saw it. I mean, I've seen pictures of it. It's insane when you're standing there looking at it. I was blown away. It is amazing, so I highly recommend it. But anyways, I did get some Battlefield Hardline in. Got to play a little bit more of the campaign, which I was very pleased about. And I also played today. I actually played some Murdered Soul Suspect, which is a game that came out probably a year ago, or sometime in the last year. It always one of those that I kind of wanted to get, but the day it released, the studio shut their doors, and so I was like, "Ooh, that's a bad sign." So I didn't even bother with it. But my buddy who does the games I game share with bought it because it was on sale. It's like a $50 game that was on sale for like $16, I think, or $12 just this past week.
Right.
And when I saw that, I almost bought it, and then I'm like, well, I'm like, I don't know. I need to just buy what I know I want to play. Well, he ended up buying it. So all of a sudden it was on my Xbox one day. I was like, oh, sweet. So I started playing it today. That is so far, I really like it. I really dig this game so far. I probably played for at least an hour and a half before we were recording. And I keep forgetting to stream. I've got to I'm like, I haven't streamed any Hardline. I haven't streamed Murdered Soul Suspect. It's like, soon as I was done, I was like quitting. I was like, why didn't I stream this on Twitch?
Yeah, I do the same. I do the same thing. I find myself not streaming, even though it's like when I'm on my computer and stuff like that. I'll try to stream games, but
let's turn that down.
Oh.
Sorry, let me turn my desktop speakers off.
Oh, yeah, and I find myself like when I'm playing Xbox, I was like, man, I could have streamed that because it's so easy to kick up, Twitch and start doing that. So, but yeah.
Well, Carbide asked, "How is Hardline?" And I'm gonna give you my impressions here first. Now, I am not one. I used to love Battlefield. Okay, Battlefield 2 was like the greatest game that ever came out, and then I kind of really fell away from it. The multiplayer of Battlefield Hardline to me is identical to Battlefield 4 or Battlefield 3. I was joking yesterday, Ron, when we were playing. It was like, oh, I just spawned and died. How about that? Yep, it's Battlefield.
Yep.
I don't know how many times Brun ran over a guy with a car and he didn't die. I think it was 3 or 4 times.
Oh yeah,
you did finally kill him.
Yes, yeah, I did. Oh boy,
but
those people
running a guy over 4 times.
Those people were not happy with me doing that because, they dropped. What was the mode we were playing? We were playing heist.
Heist.
So somebody, we drove the command unit. Everybody I played Hardline this weekend. We drove the command. What am I thinking? The command unit or whatever.
The mobile spawn point.
Yeah, global spawn point. We pulled that in, and parked it right over top of one of these points where people had to run into a little train car and get out. And
Yeah.
we were just mowing down people. I went 9-0 at the end of the round. I think you were like 12-0 or 13-0.
12 and 1 or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. So, but the thing is, as soon as they actually got in and actually took it, I just popped in the driver's seat, man, and we were cooking to go get them. And we tried to run. I tried to run over him like 4 times, couldn't run over him. Finally killed him, and then somebody else picked up on the bag, and then we killed him. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna park right on top of it. I just parked that vehicle right on top of the bag, and they couldn't get it. And boy, were they frustrated because they actually drove and tried to run me. They rammed me off of it and everything, but by the time then, it was already gone. So,
Right.
but it was fun. I definitely agree with you. It is Battlefield. It is faster. It is a faster paced Battlefield.
True.
And I knew that coming in, and it took. I'm telling you what, it's taken a while for me to get back to the console Battlefield, but I'm just glad that we were all playing together because at that point it was fun. It was fun for us to play together. If I was playing by myself, I kind of tend to get a little frustrated because nobody's there to help or anything. And by the time the night we were done, I was actually doing a little bit better. So I was getting back up to 500 and sometimes a little over. But yeah, all right. I will try to fix MooBot while you're continuing through your thing.
No, but yeah, that's my list. Oh, but though, so the hardline is, yeah, multiplayer is if you liked Battlefield 4, then you'll like hardline. It is faster paced. I I almost find it a bit more confusing. It just there was times yesterday, man, I just had no idea what was going on. I think it's going to take some time to get used to the game modes and what you're supposed to do. Um, but the campaign I find a lot of fun. I think I'm on the fourth or fifth mission. It looks like there's 10 episodes. I think I'm in the middle of five,
Hmm.
4 or 5. They're pretty lengthy. I think the campaign's going to turn out to be a pretty good length of time. And so far, I really enjoy it. I think it looks a lot better visually than the multiplayer, which is probably to be expected. The game's a lot of fun. I like looking for the evidence. I've had points where I couldn't find the evidence, and I'm still trying to figure out. It's like it'll tell you you'll get the little like a vibrating cell phone when you're near something. So I pulled a scanner out and I don't see anything at all. And I mean I'm scanning everywhere, and it seems like when you hear that, it's like you got to scan and then you have to be scanning or hit something, and then the AI partner will, oh, look at those boots. I think those look familiar. And then you gotta like turn the scanner off, turn the scanner back on, and find those boots, and then they'll appear.
Hmm.
It's really weird. So I think there's a bit of a glitch in this because it seems like I've noticed that when she says something, she'll make a comment about a piece of paper or boots or whatever you're supposed to look for.
Right.
Then when I turn the scanner back on, then they appear. And I've looked at them, like specifically the one with the boots. I was looking at them
Yeah.
after she said it, and it wouldn't highlight. So I turned the scanner off, turned the scanner back on, and then they were glowing green. So that looks obviously to be some kind of glitch. But the game runs really well. It's fun, tasing people. There's an achievement Bruno and I talked about the other day that I got. It's called "You Tased Him, Bro," because I
That's funny.
tased 10 people. And I like trying to arrest the guys, and you find out guys got warrants, so you try to arrest them. And I'm trying to do kind of like a stealthy as much as I can
Mhm.
to take these guys out and stuff. But I really am enjoying the campaign. It's the best Battlefield campaign so far. I can say that much. I've not been really enjoyed any of the previous ones.
Right.
So it's fun. I like it.
Yep.
So
Gunny mentions like he's glad for the faster pace. The bigger maps are a little frustrating. I think based on type of the modes and stuff, they might shrink the maps down because I do know they have some 64, 64 player maps now. So, or they've always been 64, but 64 on 64, I think, or something like that. They're getting up to like the PC level, which is like what the number one complaint I think by a lot of console players was like, how come the PC players get these bigger maps, and now we're getting the bigger maps, so that's kind of why you're having that. But I think different game modes or whatever might have a more confined area. So, but you're done. You're done, right?
I am done. Yes,
Okay.
that's what I played this
I've
week.
played Titanfall. I'm 49. I played Destiny. I still have to do the raid for this week before Tuesday to see if I can get the boots. So you're talking about you got the gauntlets, Death Singers, grips.
Yep.
I also have the mantle. I don't have the helmet, but I need the boots. If I can get the boots and upgrade them fully, I'll be at 32.
Cool.
That's the only thing I'm missing, but every time I play it, they keep giving me the grips and mantle every single time. I played Rayman because Jameson wanted me to. Battlefield Hardline, like I just mentioned, and I am also enjoying the campaign. I am a true Battlefield person. Battlefield doesn't need a campaign, but this one's actually pretty fun. I'm actually enjoying it and too. So, and I've already kind of mentioned the multiplayer. It was frustrating for me to get back into the console stuff, but I'll be back up to my normal self before too long. If anybody else picks it up, make sure you get into our platoon, and then look us up, and we'll play. It's fun when you're playing with friends. It's frustrating when you're not. That's my opinion, but typically it's the way Battlefield is, and it's just when people work together, you die less, and there's people there to spawn on. Oh, Mark, a couple things. So, a couple questions and things that I heard when we were playing last night. For spawning and dying, when you're spawning on a teammate and you see in the little group box of a teammate, you'll see like a red mark next to their name. That means they are currently under fire or currently in combat. So it's like a danger zone. If you spawn in there, yeah, you have a high chance of dying. The other thing is when you buy like the paddles.
Yes.
So you were a police officer. You got the defibrillators.
Yes.
You purchased those, you equipped those, and then when you jumped over to the other side, you noticed that the defibrillators were gone. Well,
Correct.
The defibrillators aren't there, but in place of that is the revive injection needle.
Right.
And it's unlocked. You don't have to buy it to unlock it again. Because you unlock them on both sides, but you do have to go and equip it.
Okay.
So
that's good news.
Yeah, each one of your characters on each faction, you can have different loadouts and stuff for those for each side. The way I think I've been playing it, I think it's different. So, but yeah, it's unlocked already. So, but just to answer a couple things that we bumped into.
Yeah, my top vehicle, by the way, is the mobile command unit with 21 kills, and that was just from last night.
That was so much fun.
That was the first time I got in one. I got 21 kills while we were in there.
When I was driving that thing around, I'm like, these guys don't like me right now because they were just running into us and everything. It was pretty fun. I had a good time. That's with those ones there. I had a couple bad games, but it's just like when you're with people and you're laughing about it and having fun, it just doesn't matter. In Battlefield, KD does not matter. It doesn't matter in Battlefield because you can be 0-1 or something like that and be third on the board because you just helped your teammates on everything, and that's why I like Battlefield. So other than that, I also started up City Skylines. I didn't get too much into it, but I booted it up, and that's on PC. But I think that's all for what we've been playing. So we can move on to the roundtable. So 4 topics today. Only 2 voices in the show this week, but I imagine we can get some things. And then everybody who's in the chat right now, please let us know if you want to put your word in. We'll mention it in here, so when people listen to the podcast, they know what you guys are thinking. First thing was EA has confirmed Star Wars Battlefront will be shown off for the first time at next month's Star Wars Celebration. So I imagine that's May the 4th. Is that when that's
May the 4th be with you.
Yeah, so that's going to take place there. Now, Star Wars Battlefront is being developed by the wonderful developer DICE, who is also known for Battlefield. I think that project was almost killed at one time, and I think EA picked it up after Disney purchased everything, and they worked it out to where they could build that because everybody wanted Battlefront, so the next Battlefront. So, what do you think? Excited for it?
I'm looking forward to seeing it, but here's my only concern is this game has been talked about for years.
Right.
And this is now, we're all excited about DICE going to officially, the official game being done by DICE, but I just don't want this to be like, hey, here's the reveal, but it's not coming out for another 2 to 3 years. I hope by the fact that they're going to reveal something from this, that this game is close to being here. I would like to see this come out by the end of this year. I would buy it just because of Star Wars. Even though it's Battlefield skinned in Star Wars,
Hmm.
I'd buy it anyways, and I know a lot of people would. I think it would be pretty cool. I want to see what they do with it, but I'm looking forward to it. I will definitely be looking to see the stuff online when they show it. You know, the video of hopefully they'll have this. You know, the major news sources will have this available for us to see. But I just hope. My only concern is I don't want them to announce it too fast. Like we said, I think last week or 2 weeks ago, you know, we were talking about how early these games get
Yep.
announced, and then we don't see them for so long. And it's like, if you're going to show us footage, please make it within the year the game's going to come out.
Hmm.
Don't show us and get us excited and then say it's not coming out for 2 years or another year and a half, and then it's going to have another year or two of delays.
Yeah. Well, I would say
So
it's almost would be this year because Dice will be working on Battlefield 5, which is probably slated for next year. So
yeah,
unless they want to take another year and push
and
Battlefield 5 off for 2 years, hey, I'm okay with that. I'm cool with that.
well, I don't.
You
Yeah,
know, I'm fine with 2 years after a Battlefield game is nice space. I'm kind of that was my one aggravation with Hardline was that hey, Battlefield 4 just came out last year. You know, it's like we don't build we are not Call of Duty. So, but
and my it's like, okay, so Hardline came out. That's
this one,
a big concern is, when is this one coming out? When is the next Battlefield coming out? Because
mm-hmm.
you don't want to run into the Call of Duty thing where once a year is pretty frequent, and people have stated they're getting kind of tired of it, and we've seen sales drop. There's still phenomenal sales on Call of Duty. I mean, regardless of, they're like, oh, we only sold 15 million. Well, it's still a super blown out success. But um, is Battlefield going to end up doing that with, you've got Dice making two different Battlefield games with the Star Wars and Battlefield 5, and now you got Visceral with the Hardline, and are they gonna is EA gonna go like what Call of Duty's done, get three different developers to make and rotate these out, hopefully at least a year apart? But if not, are they gonna? Because this one came out just last week, Hardline.
Right.
That went away from the every November release type of schedule. But I think they were supposed to originally be out, weren't they? Wasn't Hardline supposed to be out at the end of last year? And it fell to delays, I think.
Yes, I think so.
So maybe it was supposed to be there, but um, maybe this will be out in November. I don't know. I just don't want to get flooded with Battlefield games and having three of them coming out in the same year. I think that would kill the franchise off pretty quick. But yes, short answer, I'm excited for it. I just hope it's coming out sooner rather than later.
Yep. Well, as far as for me, I mean, I can't wait to see Captain Kirk and the rest of the gang and hanging out in the Star Wars world. That show. Live long and prosper.
Well, like Jab said, he thinks it's coming out or it's set to come out with the movie, which is coming out in December. So, but the movie's already been delayed because Harrison Ford got hurt on set.
Right.
Well, he just recently crashed his airplane and got hurt again.
Yep.
So I don't know if the movie's going to get delayed yet again because of that. I haven't heard so, but we'll see what happens.
I think Jap picked up on it, but I don't. I think it went. I think it went past you, or either that, or you're just ignoring what I said.
Live long and prosper, the Star Trek reference.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just ignoring you.
Okay.
I like Star Trek too, but
I know. To me, I never really got into the Battlefront games before. I played one on a PSP for a while, but did not.
Well, weren't they mods?
I'm not sure.
I thought all the PC ones were people
No,
just. I thought those
PSP,
were
Battlefront 2 PSP. So.
Was it a Battlefield? So this is Battlefield.
Oh, sorry, Battlefront 2. Star Wars Battlefront 2 was the last one I played, and that was on a PSP, I think.
Oh, I'm not familiar with that at all.
Okay.
I thought there was a couple Star Wars Battlefronts mods. I thought they were mods created by mod community that they just had skinned the Battlefield game, and then I thought this was like the Star Wars Battlefront is the official one, or is this going to be a third one?
I think it's the next version in the series. So,
Well, how about that?
yep,
I'm way behind.
yep. Um,
But weren't
Nintendo.
the others mods though? I think the others were from the mod community.
I'm not sure. Yeah, somebody says console early, console versions were better. Yeah. We'll have to look it up at a later time.
I will have to.
Second, I'm telling you what, this is the second time that I've had sub alerts running and it fails on me again. I'm so mad because Nintendo 79 actually popped in and followed on the on our stream. So
I'm
thanks.
not seeing any. I'm not seeing any change to the follower number at the bottom
Yeah,
though.
me either because sub alert is bombed. So it crapped out on us again.
It works in test really nice. We tested
Yes.
it the other day, and if anybody got on, what was it, the Thursday or no? Was it Saturday? No, yeah, it was yesterday that we were testing live online, and I know Hawk got in, and we're just messing around.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're just testing some audio, and you were testing your little pop up, which I've been waiting to see it because it's really cool. You
And
did
that's
it.
the
You
thing
did a
is,
fantastic job with it.
soon as I saw Ken actually favor it, I'm like, yes, it's going to pop up here in a second. And guess what? It didn't do. It did not pop up. I'm just like, are you kidding me? So,
Well,
I just started it back up. So hey, Ken, won't you unfollow and then follow again, and
let's
maybe
see
it'll
what
pop
happens.
up. But Ken is actually the one that did the overlay. So I wanted it to pop up so I could thank him. And now
Well,
our Roberto actually thing disappeared because I shut it off. So, but
shouldn't have fair power disappeared too?
well, his will whenever if Ken unfollows and then follows again and so on and so forth. So because it actually has to be running and actually trigger and receive the follow before it does all that stuff. But all right. Moving on
Fun.
though. Sorry, technical difficulties on day one. We're trying. So, um,
Day one of episode 336.
yes, of the new format and stuff. So,
True.
money guy is gone. Yes, Roberto is gone until I can fill him back in because the system wasn't running when he did that. Jap, I'll tell you what. Go down, do a test for us. We asked Hawk to do this, and then we kind of got busy. Jap, what you do is scroll down our page a little bit, go to the tip jar, tip us $100, and you will show up there. I promise. So, and it just says
Oh,
Jap 28 followed. So we may be triggering him in a second. So,
and yeah, Nintendo did too.
yes.
So
Thanks, Ken.
hopefully this will work because it looked really cool.
So
I
yeah,
was pretty impressed with the work that you had done on that.
it
So
takes about 15 seconds. Hopefully, it does trigger this time. But everybody, Nintendo, he's the one, like I said, did the overlay for us. So thanks, Ken. And yes, it's a new mic that I'll be using for a little bit. Next, Gears of War Marcus Phoenix Collection isn't on the cards, according to Black Tusk Studios manager. So a lot of us we've talked on and off about remastered remakes, things like that, and I don't think Subalert's going to work today. I think I have to stop the stream because XSplit crashed on me, but I'm not going to do it now because you can all see us. We've talked back and forth about the remakes and the remasters. And
yes,
we were saying, okay, Gears of War is probably going to have one. We're probably going to get Gears of War 1, 2, 3. We probably won't get the, what was the previous, what was the prequel, the fourth one? What's the name of that one?
Judgment.
Yes, yeah. We were like, if that's not in there, it's not in there, so be it. Because we were talking like if that's one of the ones, like yeah, we'll probably buy it. Well, based on this here, it's not in the books, it's not in the works. Don't expect it. We may be surprised at E3. Who knows? But to me, I think they're going to be talking about Gears of War, the new one, is what they're going to be talking about at E3. So hopefully that's what we're seeing at E3. Not another remastered or anything. I'm okay with it. It doesn't bother me that it's not coming. Mark, what do you think?
You know, this is one I would like. Like I didn't buy the Halo, but the Gears of War is one I would buy. I would love to have all three of those games on Xbox One, but I'd rather have a new Gears of War game. So Like he said, they are. He says they love the passion, but there's no Marcus Phoenix collection. We are working on other exciting Gears projects, so I'm cool if they're moving forward and giving us more Gears. I don't really care either way, but I'm not bummed out. But I would have purchased a Marcus Phoenix collection of all three Halo games on
Gears of
Xbox.
War
I'm
games.
sorry, Gears of War games on
Yeah.
on Xbox One.
Yeah.
So, um, but yeah, I'd rather move forward and instead of them wasting time on bringing the old stuff to the new franchise, just give us new stuff. Let's because when you're going to take something from that's already been built on another console,
Mhm.
you can't really add a ton of stuff. You really can't unless you completely rewrite the game. You can't. You're still limited. So I want to see a new Gears making use of the new hardware. That's what I want to see. So I'm looking forward to see what they're going to tell us. I
Yeah.
think we're going to hear at E3. Yeah, he says I'll see you at E3. So
Yeah.
we should hear what they're going to give us here in June.
Yeah. And I'm kind of with Gunny. I want I want the new Gears. I don't. And it's one of those things like if it was there, I'd probably get it. But it doesn't bother me that it's not because I played all three of them. I went and bought the Halo Master Chief Collection. Still haven't really played it. Still having the issues and stuff, but I think they're getting cleared up. Um, but it's funny that he's saying that no, we're not doing it. But then if you go and you're watching, because I read a bunch of news, it doesn't matter if it's Xbox or PlayStation. They just announced that they're remastering the God of War 3 for PlayStation 4. And actually, in those comments, and this was on IGN, in those comments, you actually saw people actually getting frustrated. I mean, you could see it coming out. They're like, I bought a PlayStation 4 for PS4 games. I feel like I've played more PS3 games on my PS4 than I did on my PS3.
Yeah.
So, and they have the right to be a little aggravated. It's just a lot of their main games are getting delayed. They're not very, they haven't really been very good. Bloodborne comes out Tuesday. We'll see how well it does. But other than that, it's almost like they just keep pumping out these remasters because they just don't have anything in the pipeline as of this year. And I thought this year was going to be the year for them because last year they didn't have anything. And everything's just kind of fighting against them. It's like they bought an upgrade to a PS3 where they still get the same games, and it's crazy. I mean, they can taunt their 12 or 20.4 million sold or anything like this, but right now they got 20.4 million PO'd people that have 3 new games to play, and
Or
they're
they're
living
they're playing remastered PlayStation
remastered
3
in
games. Yeah.
indies. I mean, that's kind of their thing, but
Yeah, there was an article someone had posted on our Facebook group earlier this week about that. About Xbox is actually that's the place to go for all the great games.
yeah,
And they were talking about the failure that Sony's exclusives just haven't really shined through like expected. Even the order was it 1889 or something like that. The
1886.
order, yeah, well, whatever the year was, the order um, was a good game and people enjoyed it, but it was too short and there wasn't a lot of gameplay. So again, this big triple, this big title everybody's waiting for was a letdown for people
Yeah,
on different levels. And there was a lot of games they listed in there that just did not live up. They got really poor review scores, and then you look at the exclusives that Microsoft has gotten on the Xbox One, and they've been very successful.
right.
Even surprises like Sunset Overdrive and Titanfall, which I knew that was no surprise to me. I knew that was going to be awesome, but it's from the makers of Call of Duty. So there's just and there's been a lot of other things that have just turned out to be really solid and good games. So yeah,
Yeah, I would absolutely buy a remastered version of Red Dead because I never got to complete it on the PS3.
I know Vengeful Loki would buy that too in a heartbeat.
Yeah. Oh, where's no Vengeful today?
I think he's heading out. Yeah, I think he's yeah. I
No.
don't think we'll see him tonight.
Oh. I saw
Never
him.
mind. I don't want to give any personal stuff away, but I don't think we'll
Oh,
see him tonight.
okay. I saw him. I saw him on Xbox Live, and I messaged him, and then he jumped off, and I was like, he is really bad at me. I was kidding around last episode. I feel like that. I feel now that he actually is mad at me for some reason, and I don't
Oh,
know
I doubt
why.
it.
I know. I don't think he is. So,
So
well,
he's actually talked to me about how he'd like to actually become a host on the show
ooh,
permanently. So if Rob doesn't get his act together,
hey, I'll tell you what. We have enough room on this screen here that we could fit another video. We could
yeah,
fit
we
another
could
person.
get another commentary going.
So,
But he's got to say more. He's got to speak up more.
yes,
He's too quiet when he's on.
needs to get a nice microphone. He sounds nice like this.
Oh, you're just showing off.
I know. Can't help
All
it.
right.
Okay. Next one is first wave of Xbox One April system updates are now in preview. So
I got it.
I did too. I haven't. I did the whole Game Hub link because they wanted me to try it out, and then wanted me to fill out a survey. I haven't done the survey yet. It seems easy enough to me. I mean, I clicked the 4 buttons they wanted to push, and I followed Battlefield Hardline, is because that's what I was doing on there. But I'm wondering. My one big thing is I'm happy for the party chat improvement. Is I want to see what those improvements are and things like that. But I didn't get to mess with that one.
The very first time I got in a party, it flashed up at the top something about your network is not allowing chat, and then all of a sudden, I heard Demo go, "Hey, what's up?" And I said, "How you doing?" And we were chatting just fine.
Yeah.
I'm like, I guess that improvement doesn't work very well because I'm chatting.
Yeah.
The message disappeared as soon as we started talking, but
Yeah.
I think it was a little preemptive.
Yeah.
I'm not. I think that this preview is kind of a joke, to be honest. I think that I don't see the party chat improvements. It's more of because they said the party chat's being improved with troubleshooting guidance. So all it is more of help. It's not like they're doing anything. It's just going to be like, and all you know they're going to do. Well, try rebooting your router. You know, that's the that's the famous. That's what it's going to end up telling you.
Yeah.
So I think all that was a help system, which I don't know, maybe to help people. I don't think it's really going to be much. It's not like it improved the chat system, but
and they don't, and it's almost like, you know, these first, and this is the first wave, so this isn't all the improvements in April. It's almost like I feel like they have to pump out an update or something now.
No, this is the update for April. It's just they broke this out. They're going to roll it out in 2 waves. So if you didn't get it right off the bat, you're going to get it in the second set coming this week.
Okay.
So if you're in the preview program and you don't yet have them, you'll get them this week.
Okay. Yeah, and it's just like almost like I see these things, and it doesn't seem like that big of a deal, like kind of like you're saying, and it's almost like, do they feel like they have to pump out an update every month? It's like they don't have to. If they need to build them up or something like that, that's fine. I mean, you don't have to do one every month, but you know, I tell you what, here's what I would like them to fix immediately. When I say launch an app, and it pops me up with that stupid warning message that says something like, this doesn't work, or you can't do this, please click search or cancel or something like that. You know what message I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you get that to stop happening? Because it's driving me nuts. I'd appreciate that. So,
well, just if you want, I'm going to keep talking about this, but I see, looks like Rob may have made it onto Skype if you want to attempt to bring him in here.
We only have 2 stories left. We're going to be on here for 10 more minutes.
All right. Forget it. You're out, Rob.
Maybe or we have one more, so yeah.
Game Hub links. I don't really see the point of this. I go into a Game Hub and there's nothing there. So it's not what I thought it was supposed to be. Yeah. And they're like, oh, you'll see stuff in your activity feed items. I'm not staring at my activity feed all day long. It's like, you know, and it only shows so much. So I think that's kind of lame.
It's so you can, like, if you follow a game, some of the stuff that their developers want you to see will show up in your feed. Hopefully that doesn't turn into their blast.
But if you got a lot of friends doing a lot of stuff, you may never see it.
Right. True.
So
true. And if it's anything like Battlefield's Twitter account, oh boy. Soul Assassin, man, he was just like, you guys need to stop spamming your Twitter because they are constantly I mean, it's like 30, 40 messages like every 10 minutes. It's just crazy, and it's all just nonsense stuff. But yeah, yeah, it's out there. First wave's out
Uh,
there.
the last one though, this one I do like,
Okay.
but I have an issue with it. This is achievement notification. So what they've done is you're going to see the achievement description, and then you're also going to see what you did to earn the achievement. So, before it pop up and it would say, the name of the achievement,
Correct.
and it would stay there for a set amount of time and then it would disappear. Well, now it pops up, you see the name, and before you can even begin to read it, it flips and it shows you what you did to earn it.
Oh, okay, cool.
So I have time to read what I've earned it, but I don't know what the achievement was. So it's
Okay.
like I'm like, well, now you just took away the achievement title. So I would like them to be adjust that so that you could actually have time to read the title of it and then also, see what it was you did. I think they
Right.
need to make that first part of it display just a little bit longer.
It would
I don't
be
want them up there forever, but I
yeah.
would like to be able to have time to read it.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I wish our achievements would work in our show. I mean, I can push a button here to see if we can get a fake achievement, but I don't know if it worked. But I heard a
I heard it
noise.
on your
Oh,
end.
look, it does show up. But why isn't it working when people are doing it? So, someone just followed. That's what it says. All right.
Now they'll get to see what it looks like.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I don't know why it's not working with everybody else. I think it's because
yay, there it is.
something crashed. Yeah. All right. That's it for that one. Want to go through our last one?
Well, let's do it.
All right. I'll let you target this one since you added it briefly at the end there.
Okay, I just thought this was interesting, and I'm curious of your thoughts. But parents, okay, so I actually want to read. This is real short, so I'm gonna read this. An annoyed parent is seeking a lawyer to start a class action lawsuit against Microsoft after his child spent $4,500 on microtransactions in FIFA. In Ultimate Team mode, you can buy packs of players with in game money or actual money. One parent found thousands of dollars worth of charges on his credit card and is angered that Microsoft has denied compensation. Writing on a post on another site, the guy said that he and his wife take the blame for not paying more attention. However, he wants Microsoft to supply better parental controls. If Microsoft wants to spare thousands of parents from frustration, anger, and sometimes serious financial consequences, then it could find 100 ways to do it. It has just chosen not to. Microsoft's not the only big company to face lawsuits. Sony had to grant compensation to users affected by blah blah blah. Anyways, I'm a parent. I got kids. Here's my standpoint. It's your own freaking fault, dude. Microsoft should not have to pay you.
Nope.
First of all, why is your child playing on your account? He has to be, because if he's on his own account, then your credit card wouldn't be tied to his account and you wouldn't be able to buy him. So he's obviously playing on your account as you, and you have given him full access to purchase anything because your card's tied in. So you want parental controls? Number one, don't tie it. Don't put a credit card on your account. That's number one.
Right.
Number two, that'll save it. If he has to play as you and you don't want him to have his own Xbox Live Gold or be able to play on live by as himself, then take your credit card off your account. Number two, then set up his own account and lock yours down so that he can't access it without a password. And don't make it an easy password. Okay? I mean, there are controls that you can do. Those are two very simple things right there to save yourself some grief. Or number three, don't let your kid play on it, period.
Right.
I mean, uh, it's not Microsoft's fault.
Nope.
And it's the parenting's fault. And they're like, they're not doing enough. Well, they have done a bunch of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
But what about the fact that the parent has failed to do their job? Why is it Microsoft's fault that that person couldn't be a parent? And then it kills me that he says, they take the blame for not paying more attention. However, soon as you say however or but,
Yeah, you're
that
not
means
taking the blame.
you're not taking the blame anymore.
Yeah.
You shifted it. Oh yeah, I'll take the blame, but they should have done something. No. Take the blame, suck it up,
Yep.
make your kid work off the $4,500, take the Xbox away from him, lock it down so he can't log into it automatically. You can do that.
Yeah, I
So-
mean, I agree with you 100%. And the thing is like, I know that Apple and places like that, they've refunded people or lost lawsuits like that. That's pretty much why these people are probably suing as well. But I do believe it states when you add a credit card there that, you're responsible for all the charges that are put on it. Like Xbox is not clicking that button. They're not the one doing that charges, and they do have things in place to prevent it, or at least make it somewhat difficult to purchase something. This is completely on their end. They're just gonna have to live with it. I don't see them winning anything in this. If they do, that's completely crazy. And if they do win anything, then they need to take all that content off that Xbox and just, void that person's account and say, okay, go, you know, here's all the stuff that you were in a lawsuit for, so we're going to wipe all the licensing out for every one of those since you're getting your money back. Because that's the thing. They're going to, if they would win the lawsuit, they're going to be like, well, and we want to keep the content. We want to keep the stuff he bought, of course, but it's not our fault he bought it, so you pay us for him buying it. It just doesn't make sense.
And
So,
I wonder too, is it really the kids?
right.
Or is it the parent, or is it the dad playing and the wife found the credit card
Yeah.
and he's blaming the kid? I mean,
Yeah,
there could be more to the story that we don't know,
yeah,
but there's the thing is there are parental controls set up, and even like in our chat group right now, you
we
can
are all
set up a
Devo.
child account that locks that out.
Yeah.
You can set it to have a password for your kids to buy something. They have to put a password in that only you would know.
Yeah. And that's
So
from We Are All Devo, and he even, or he or she, sorry. She, I'm assuming he. I don't want to assume wrong.
just say they.
They, okay. Plus, there is an email receipt sent with purchase, so that is true. When I bought
Yep.
Hardline, I got a receipt saying,
Yep.
"Here's how much that came off your card and stuff like that." So you are correct. So they're just completely ignoring everything. I don't see where this is going to go anywhere. But thank you. Sorry.
So I suppose the parent would blame Microsoft for not giving them a free email account and then forcing them somehow to check that email account. You know?
Yeah. So,
So it's all Microsoft's fault. Yeah.
all right.
Go figure. So all right.
Cool. I forgot to.
Oh, yep, I just saw that.
Ah, sorry.
Wow.
I know. Well, while I go through these other things here, let me see. Where are we at?
I will run through. Why don't you
Right.
work on that?
Yep, I'm going to.
And I will go into community.
Okay.
So you can check us out on Facebook. Just look for This Xbox Life. We do have that's where we do all our communicating, all our talking with the community. We do not have a forum. Some people have asked us, but we've had one in the past that was just wasn't very active and actually was a source of nasty code getting into the site. So we did away with it and have had a lot more activity in Facebook. It is a closed group, so you can join it and post in it, and it will not appear on your personal feed or your boss's feed, so no one will know you're posting in there in the middle of the day when you're supposed to be working. So, but that's This Xbox Live, and Brun's got the wrong image there. So instead of facebook.com/groups/this big long number that you won't remember, just replace that number with groups/this Xbox Live.
Sorry, I don't have an updated version.
I'll get those to you.
Okay.
You can also email us at contact@thisxboxlife.com. You can follow us on Twitter. That's twitter.com/thisxboxlife. I think you're seeing a pattern.
Yep.
Voicemail. You can go to our website at thisxboxlife.com. Click on the voicemail app on the right-hand side of the screen, and it will ask you, "Can I please have access to your microphone?" And you say yes, and then you can talk. Send us a voicemail, please. If you do, leave your gamer tag, give us a question or a comment about the show. If you want to mention about how the format has changed this week, whether you like it compared to the old dashboard look, let us know. We'd love to hear you. We will put your voicemail into the show and play it. And also, we have Patreon. You can go to patreon.com/this Xbox Life. This is a monthly donation. You go in there, you sign up, and you say you become a patron of our show. You select how much money you would like to donate to us each month. That's your choice on what you want to donate, and then it will automatically take that every month from you and send that to us, and we really appreciate that. So that's a way for you to continually support the show. If you want to do a one-time donation, you can go to twitchalerts.com/donate/this Xbox Life, and that's a one-time donation, not repeating. And again, you set the amount that you would like to donate to the show. And then lastly, if you'd like to buy some of this Xbox Live t-shirts or some really cool, like a mug with our awesome logo on it, we got mouse pads, iPhone covers, there's dog sweaters, all kinds of stuff out there. You can go to cafepress.com/this Xbox Live and purchase said items there. We've got some pretty cool t-shirts. All right. So this week we don't have any voicemails or emails to go over, but I do want to give a big shout out again to Matt, who is our latest patron. We appreciate your support.
Yep.
All right.
And new games coming this week. We have Borderlands: The Handsome Collection. Borderlands 2 is what it says on here. Borderlands a pre-sequel. I think that's, everything in that Borderlands collection. On the 20th,
it's just Borderlands 2 and the pre-sequel.
Yeah.
It's not the original game, which I think is stupid.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Remember that this week on the 27th is when you can start downloading the Forza Horizon 2 Presents Fast and Furious. I think you can do that for like a 2-week time frame or something like that. It's free.
Yep.
You do not need the game to purchase this. It's a standalone, and whoever gets it within these 2 weeks, you get to keep it. I think after that it's $10, $19.99, something. I can't remember the price. We talked about it a couple weeks ago, but yeah. So just hop out on 27th, grab it. It's you're not going to be able to. Can't complain. It's free, and it's Forza Horizon 2, which is a good game, anyways. So I think that's it for the Xbox One, and just the pre-sequel Ultimate Vault Hunter Upgrade Pack 2 and Claptastic Voyage is for the 360. Reading off the site.
All right.
All right. And if you want to buy any of those games, please get them from Amazon.com or this Xbox Life xboxlife.com/Amazon. Or go to the site, click on it, and it'll direct you to the correct area. Don't have to buy just games there. You can buy anything, but that helps out the show as well. And
wow, that's it. That's less than an hour, Bron.
I know, and it's not because Rob isn't here.
No. But that's okay. You know what? This is what we need to be. I think we run over an hour. It just drags out too long.
Yeah.
I personally like this little format, so a lot better.
So,
not droning on about news everybody knows about.
Yeah. Trying to make sure everything's up and running. I got to figure out what's up with these sub alerts because that was a bummer. But all right.
Well, we'll try again for next week.
Yep. For everybody who joined us today, thank you very much. Anybody downloading and listening to us right now, thank you very much. We appreciate it. Remember, Sundays at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Pacific.
Yep.
So, with that, I'm Brun BJ Swick 33. Everybody have a good one.
And I'm Mark, aka Wingman 709. Taking off.